All right, guys, let's get started in child's pose today. So you can take your knees really wide in your child's pose if you like, and just allow your chest to come down between your thighs and your spine to lengthen. Let's take a moment here to find your breath. Close your eyes. Let everything kind of slow down a little bit here before we start. So we start our yoga practice in a calm state of mind, ready to turn our focus inward. It's just you and your mat today. So if you'd like to take a moment here before we begin our practice to set an intention, now is a great time to do that. Make a purpose for your practice today. Something personal. And take just a few more breaths right here. Nice, steady flowing of your breath. Now lift your gaze slightly. Reach your fingertips out toward the top of your mat. Take an inhale. And then exhale to let your chest ease down closer to your mat. And now walk your hands off the right side of your mat. Cross that left wrist over, and let's go ahead and walk those hands far enough over so you begin to feel a side stretch on the left side. We'll walk back to center. And we'll walk back over to the right side, crossing that left wrist over, taking your head low. Long side stretch down the right side. And we'll walk back to center. One more time, reach out long, ease your chest down toward your mat. And then slide your hands in, come up to hands and knees. We'll plant the palms under the shoulders and knees under the hips. Inhale, take your sternum forward, curve your chest out, press through your hands, lift up out of your shoulders. Exhale, tuck your chin, round your spine high. Inhale again, chest comes out and forward. Exhale. Inhale, flow with your breath here. Let's make these transition between up and down, smooth. Inhaling to open up. And exhaling to round your spine. One more time, inhale. And exhale. Settle back right in the center between those two movements. Inhale to take your right hand up. And as you exhale, thread behind the left arm, slide the back of the right hand out and come onto the right shoulder. Give a little push with that left hand just so that you can start to feel a little twist here. We'll inhale that right hand all the way around and back up. And then set the right hand down. Reach that right leg straight out and back. Reach the left hand forward. Inhale here. And exhale, knee to elbow. Tuck in. Inhale to reach out. And exhale in. Once more, reach out long, hold here a moment, really reach. Arm goes forward, leg goes back, extending long, and set it all down. Readjust here so that your knees are under your hips. And we'll inhale to take that left hand up. Reach up. And exhale to thread behind, come down onto the left shoulder. And give a gentle push right through the right hand so you feel a little bit of a twist here for your spine. Now inhale that left hand all the way around and back up. Reach for the ceiling and set the left hand down. Take the left leg straight back. Right hand forward. Inhale here, reach long. Exhale, knee to elbow. Reach out long. Knee to elbow. Reach out long. One more time, tuck it all in. Reach long, extend and hold. And set everything down. Turn your toes down to the mat, lift your hips up and press back. Downward facing dog. Taking a couple of breaths right here, allowing all the back side of your body, hamstrings, calves, spine, low back, everything lengthens. And let's look up toward the top of the mat and take a couple of steps to the top, all the way up, walking your hands up right between, walking your feet up right between your hands. Forward fold. Going ahead and bending your knees so that bringing your fingertips down to the mat is comfortable. Take a look at your feet here. Let's make sure our feet are somewhat parallel so we don't have the toes turned in or out. Slide your hands up your shins. Take an inhale. Lengthen the spine. Exhale, fold and bend your knees. Inhale to roll up halfway. Reach out. Exhale, bend the knees, fold in. Inhale to reach all the way up overhead. And hands to your heart. You guys look great. Inhale. And fold forward. Exhale. Inhale, halfway up. Fold forward, plant your hands. Let's step back to plank pose. Pause here just a moment. Options in plank to lower the knees if you want, lowering the knees back behind the line of your hips, or keep the knees lifted. Look forward slightly. Come onto the toes. Bend your elbows and lower slowly down. Release the tops of the feet. Leave your hands right where they are. Inhale to lift your heart. Exhale, roll down. That's Cobra one, number one. Inhale, lift. Spread those collarbones. Bend the elbows in close to your rib cage. Exhale down. One more. Inhale up. Just letting your head and your neck extend straight out from your spine. And exhale down. Push up to hands and knees. Downward facing dog. Look right between your hands. Take a couple of steps all the way to the top of the mat. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to fold. Reach all the way up. Deep breath in. And hands to your heart. Inhale, both hands up. Take your right hand around your left wrist. Pull the left arm up. And then exhale, side bend. Now let's roll back up. Change hands, right hand, left hand, right wrist. Pull that right arm long and then side bend. And roll back up. Fold forward, exhale. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, step to plank pose. Lower all the way to the mat. Inhale, cobra. Exhale down. Push to hands and knees. Downward facing dog. Breath or two right there. And then we'll step to the top of the mat. Inhale, lengthen the spine. And exhale, fold. Inhale, all the way up. Reach up. Hands to your heart. Inhale, reach. Exhale, fold. Lengthen, inhale. Exhale, step to plank and lower down. Cobra pose on the inhale. Lift your heart. Downward facing dog. Well, let's step to the top of the mat. Lengthen the spine. Fold forward. Walk your feet together so the inner edges of your feet touch. Bend your knees, sit your hips back. Sweep your arms up for chair pose. So let's make sure we've got a good, strong chair pose here. You should be able to look down and see all your toes, and you should be able to lift your toes because most of your weight is back in your heels. Sit that bum back and reach the arms long. Strong arms. One more time. Inhale, reach out long. And exhale, fold forward. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, fold. Plant the hands. Step that right foot to the back of the mat. Way back so that your left knee is tucked in right next to your left arm. All right, let's lower the right knee. Maybe the top of the foot down on the mat. Inhale to reach up. Hold here. We're really getting into the hip flexors here. Right here on the front and the right side. Allow those hips to come forward to the degree that it is somewhat comfortable for you. You shouldn't be feeling pain. Inhale, reach, and exhale down. Turn the toe down and lift the knee in back and step that right foot up to meet the left. Lengthen the spine, inhale. Forward fold, exhale. Plant those hands and step the left foot back. Same thing, step way far back. So the right knee is tucked in right next to your right arm. And then when you're ready, we'll lower that left knee behind the line of your hip. So we're getting a little bit of a line here from shoulder back to knee. Release the top of the foot. Reach up overhead. So we're wanting here to allow the hips to come forward a bit. So we're a little deeper in than, say, a kneeling position here. We want to be forward some so we get the full benefit here of lengthening the hip flexors. Inhale, reach long, and exhale down. Step to plank pose. Lower slowly down to the mat. Inhale for cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. All right, let's step to the top of the mat. Lengthen the spine, halfway up. Fold forward. Bring your big toes to touch. Bend the knees, sit the hips back. Chair pose. If you were here Tuesday, this is kind of a easy, light and easy. Easy, not meaning not difficult, but a little slower paced. To Tuesday's balance class. So we've got balance poses sprinkled through today. So let's try our very first one. Ease up onto the balls of your feet. Just lift your heels. Knees stay bent, hips stay back. Balance and hold. We won't stay here too long. Inhale, reach. And set those heels down. Fold forward. Lengthen your spine. Fold forward. Step the right foot back. We won't be lowering the knee this time. So I want you to check your feet and make sure that you're not on a tightrope, that there's space between the lines of your feet. And then when you're ready, we'll take both hands up. Crescent pose. Reach up. Let's keep this knee stacked right over this ankle. So there's a little bit of a balance going on here. We've got our heel lifted and back. Inhale. And exhale down. Step the right foot up to meet the left. Inhale, lengthen the spine. And fold. And step the left foot back. Same thing, space between the lines of the feet. And when you're ready, we'll take both arms up. This time our knee is lifted in back. Right knee stays stacked right over the right ankle. Find your balance. Whenever we're balancing, it helps tremendously to find something to stare at. In Sanskrit, it's called a drishti. It's a point, something, whatever you choose that you stare at, and it changes everything about balance. Because when you look around the room, your balance shifts. Inhale and exhale down. Step to plank pose. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra. Downward facing dog. Exhale. Step to the top of the mat. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Fold forward. Bring the inner edges of your feet together. Find your chair pose. All right, let's work on a little balance here. Shift your weight here over to your left foot and just lift that right foot up. One-legged chair balance. Inhale, reach. Set that right foot down. Come back to chair. All right, shift your weight. Lift that left foot. Hold. Not too long. Inhale, reach. Set the foot down. Forward fold. Lengthen the spine. Inhale. Step the right foot back. We'll be coming back to crescent pose. Check your feet. When you're ready, float your hands. Reach overhead. Let's challenge our balance a little bit in this pose. We'll keep the heel lifted in back, so it's a little different than a warrior pose when the heel is down. All right, as you exhale, open your arms. Inhale, straighten the left knee, reach up overhead. Exhale, bend and open. Inhale, reach. Exhale, bend. Option here to sit really low. I mean, you do what's right for you. Inhale. Exhale, bend. Hold the arms. Now inhale, reach up. Keep that left knee bent. And exhale down. Step the right foot in to meet the left. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, plant the hands. We'll step that left foot back. Reach overhead, crescent pose. High lunge. Okay, you guys look strong. Open the arms out. Straighten the right knee, reach up. Inhale. Exhale. Sit low. Inhale. Exhale. Right knee comes right back over the right ankle. Inhale, reach. And exhale. Hold. One more breath. Reach just the arms up. And exhale down.
Shoot.
Plank pose. Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale for cobra. Reach your heart up. Downward facing dog. Maybe start with the other foot this time, just to change things up, and we'll step to the top of the mat. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, fold and bring the inner edges of your feet together. Chair pose. Reach up. A little bit different balance in chair pose this time. Shift your weight over to your left foot. Lift the right and cross the ankle over. So we make a figure 4. And then option to sit a little lower. So we get a little bonus of a stretch in the hip and glute here on the right side. Inhale, reach long. And set that right foot down. Chair pose. Same thing, other side. We got this. Shift the weight. Lift that left ankle. Cross it over. Long breaths. You guys sound great. Breath is where your power and energy are. Inhale, reach. And set that left foot down. Forward fold. Lengthen the spine. Inhale. Exhale, fold and step the right foot back. Crescent pose, reach up. All right, guys. Take your hands behind your hips. Interlace your fingers. Lengthen your collarbones. Let your shoulder blades come together. Now here's where we'll balance, challenge our balance a little bit. Let the thumbs slide down and back. Lift your heart, lift your gaze. One more breath. Inhale. Exhale. Release the fingers, reach overhead. Hands come down. Step the right foot in. Well, that feels good, right? Plant those hands and step the left foot back. Inhale up for high lunge. Reach overhead. All right, hands behind. Let's interlace the fingers the other way, the odd way. Other thumb on top. Lengthen the collarbones. Lift your heart, lift your gaze. Knuckles slide down and back. Notice your balance shifts when your gaze shifts. One more inhale. Exhale. Reach overhead. Hands come down. Step to plank pose. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. We're going to go through this little flow one more time. Let's step to the top of the mat. Inhale to lengthen the spine. Exhale, fold forward. Now this time, let's not bring the inner edges of the feet together. Get a little space, maybe hip width between your feet. Now, inhale up for chair pose. From here, we'll be shifting the weight over to the left foot, but we'll float the right foot up and back for a warrior three. So when we do this, we'll open the arms out, shift over, and lengthen. Okay? Okay, you're there. That's great. Hold right there. Or make your way there. Warrior three, right leg floats. Holding. Notice your left leg is constantly micro adjusting all the time. All right, let's come back to chair pose. Right foot sits right beside the left. Inhale up. Make our way back. Chair pose. All right, warrior three on the other side. Reach up when you're ready. Couple of breaths. Allow the adjusting in the right ankle. That's what keeps you centered. One more inhale. Set that left foot down. Chair pose. Fold forward. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, step the right foot back. High lunge, reach up. Challenge your balance a little bit here. Open your arms out wide. Now turn toward the left. Left arm reaches back, right arm reaches forward. One more breath, inhale. Exhale. Bring that left hand down and around and up. And both hands come down. Step that right foot in. Lengthen your spine. And fold forward. Step the left foot to the back of the mat. This is the last time we're going to do this. High lunge, reach up. Okay, you guys look good. Open out wide. And then slowly turn to the right. Notice here what happens when your gaze shifts. When you turn to the right, Balance changes. Inhale, reach out long, forward and back. Bring that right hand around and up. Hands come down. Step to plank pose. Pause right there. Lower the right knee. Swing the right lower leg out slightly at a diagonal. We'll shift over onto the right hand, right knee, bringing the left inner foot down to the mat. Just spinning that left heel down. Reach the left hand up. And then try floating the left leg. Reach toward the ceiling. And then take the left hand out long past the top of your head. Reach the left hand back up. Set that left foot down. And roll back over to plank pose, lifting the right knee. All right, same thing on the other side. Left knee down, swing the left lower leg out. Shift over onto that left hand and spin the right heel down as you reach the right hand up. Float the right leg. Reach long toward the ceiling. And then let that right arm come out. Bicep comes down toward your ear. Hold and breathe. Right hand goes back up. Right foot down. Roll back to plank pose. Chaturanga Dandasana. Cobra pose. Bhujangasana. Downward facing dog. Now step your feet up about to the center of your mat. Plant your feet about hip width apart. Slight bend in the knees. Bring your hands to your waist or your hips and roll all the way up. Inhale, reach overhead and hands to your heart. One more balance here before we take it all down. We'll keep our hands at our heart here. We'll try a tree pose. So you'll shift your weight over to your left foot and we'll try 3 different options here. Either way, this right knee is going to open out. So start maybe with your toes on the mat and the sole of the right foot against the left ankle. So once we get this knee turned out, we tend to want to kind of pop out this left hip. So let's pull that back in. Now try sliding the sole of your foot up to your calf, not the inner knee, the calf. We want to avoid pushing on the knee there. Don't forget your drishti, your focal point. Stare like a laser beam. So you can stay right here, knees opened out, left hips pulled in. If you want to bring the sole of the foot up to the inner thigh, avoiding the knee area altogether, press there, knees opened out, hands at your heart, left hips pulled in. All right, try taking both hands up overhead. Balance changes. Lower the hands slowly. And let's lower the right foot. Okay, you guys did great. One-legged balance poses are great for strengthening, right? You felt that in your support leg. All right, let's shift the weight now over to the right foot. Same thing. We'll start low with the toe on the mat and the left knee open. Bring your hands to your heart. Pull that right hip in. So we've got great alignment and we're stacked. Maybe slide your foot up to your calf, the curve of your calf right there. Keeping this left knee open, right hip pulled in, spine is long, staring like a laser beam. And then maybe if you want, bring the sole of the foot to the inner thigh, tuck it in there. You want some push, foot against the thigh, thigh against the foot. Now let's take our hands behind our backs. Reach around and see if you can hold opposite elbows. Turn your focus inward. Now release the elbows, bring your hands back to your heart, and set that foot down. Guys, that was beautiful. Inhale, reach up overhead. Fold forward. Lengthen your spine. Inhale. Exhale, fold forward. Put your fingertips down on the mat. Cross one ankle behind the other. Bend your knees. Have a seat right in the center of your mat. Bring the soles of the feet together. Make a big wide diamond here or a very narrow one. You find what's good for you. Sit up nice and tall. Just allow your knees to open. Option to stay right here and just kind of allowing a surrender here in your hips and your knees to open. If you feel like you can go in a little further, keep your heart forward and your spine long and begin to fold. We're folding right at the hip. So heart comes forward as we fold. And maybe you decide to fold, but you just fold maybe about a ½ an inch. That's okay. Let's stay here a few breaths. This is so great for the hips. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to fold a little more, maybe optional. Listen to your body. Do what's right for your hips. Inhale to lengthen. And exhale to fold. One more time. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale to fold. Now tuck your chin, round your spine, walk your hands back in. Bring your knees together. And hold your knees. Roll all the way back onto your back. It's our favorite part of class. That's why we're here, right? There are t-shirts to say, I'm just here for the Shavasana. We should get that with a Y logo on it, right? I may look at having some of those made. All right, lowering the lights. Lowering the lights, Francie. All right, let's pull one knee and then the other into your chest. Hold both shins. Feel your entire spine on your mat. All right, let's set one foot and then the other right behind your hips. Inhale to press your low back down. Reach the hands down toward your heels. Exhale to lift both hips up. Bridge pose. Slowly lower your hips. Keep your legs right where they are, knees bent. Let's take the right arm, extend it, and lay the back of the right hand down on the floor way past your head. So your arm is reaching up long. Let's take the left elbow up there, left arm, lay the back of the left hand down. So both arms are extended and just lying passively. Biceps by the ears. Now see if you can really intentionally release the tension in your shoulders and the back of your neck. Bend both elbows out to the sides. Feel your shoulders relax even more. Lower one arm all the way down and then the other. Well, slide your hands out so your arms are reaching straight out to both sides. Take an inhale as you walk your feet together so the inner edges of your feet touch. Exhale to drop both knees over to the right. Seeking to keep the left shoulder down toward the mat. And you have an option here to take the right hand down to hold the left leg. All right, guys, I'm going to change things up a little bit here. From here, I want you to roll onto your right side. Extend both legs out. Reach your right arm out and rest your head down on your right arm. So both legs are straight, reaching straight down. So you're in a long line from right fingertips down to both toes. Let's take the left leg and reach it straight out in front of you. Set the inner edge of the foot down. So you kind of form a letter T. Now lift your body up as you begin to bend that right foot in and bring the heel in toward the bum. I want you to reach with your left hand and grab the top of the right foot. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, bend that foot in toward your bum. All right, now Let's begin to open up here. So I want you to start to open up and lay the left shoulder down, letting the right foot come down to the floor, opening out. Left shoulder comes down toward your mat. Now begin to release that right foot, bringing the left foot in to stack on top of the right, rolling back onto your side. And then back onto your back. We'll do all of that for the other side. Open both arms straight out like a T. Both knees bent, feet together. Inhale. And then exhale the knees to the left. This time we're keeping the right shoulder down toward the mat. Let's roll over onto your left side. Extend the left arm out so you can rest your head. Extend both legs out. Long line. Now we'll take the right leg straight out in front of you and set the inner edge of the foot down. Lift your head and shoulders as you begin to bend that left foot in toward your bum and grab the top of the left foot. Ease back down to your mat and begin to open out right shoulder and left foot coming down to the mat behind you. Couple more breaths. Now release that right foot. Pull the left leg back into stacks. And then roll onto your back. Let's extend both legs all the way out this time. Both arms relaxing down by your side or out straight, whichever one you prefer. Let your hands and feet just turn naturally to a relaxed position. Bring your awareness back to your space. Begin to wiggle your fingers and toes. Rotate your wrist and your ankles. Take your arms out overhead for a nice big long stretch. Bend your knees, plant your feet, rock your knees side to side. And let your knees fall all the way over to one side or the other. Your favorite side, maybe. Rest your head on your arm. Extend your top leg long. Push yourself up to a simple seated position. Rest your hands on your knees. Take an inhale. And exhale to drop your chin down to your chest. Lengthen the back of your neck. Let your shoulders relax. And then inhale to reach both hands up. And exhale, hands to your heart. Blessings. So glad you guys came today. Hope you have a great rest of the day and a great weekend. There's an 8 a.m. Strength Train Together class here tomorrow. It may be on the schedule for 8 o'clock and 9 o'clock, but it's only the 8 o'clock class tomorrow. And it's in the downstairs studio if you want to come and lift some weights. It's a great class. You have what? Oh, really? Oh. I think there's a chance for rain. Yeah. But I don't think it's supposed to be really super cold.
Thank you, Cynthia.
Bye, Francie. See you later.
Bye.